This idiocy, it really spreads, it grabs hold of everyone. As it turns out, for many, this will probably be a big disappointment. But the banker Hermann Greff is as stupid as Putin, maybe even stupider. And you shouldn't hope that Hermann Askak is just playing along with the deranged dictator. No, if you watch the video on my Telegram channel, you can see in the banker's eyes the fire of completely sincere, genuine idiocy. In the video at the conference, he promises Putin, and of course himself as well, immortality. He would certainly like a couple of thousand years to control the billions of his vast, sprawling, and immensely valuable blue Sberbank empire, and to fully enjoy, to the greatest possible extent, the fruits and benefits of Russian fascism. However, if this literal, true, genuine, and deeply held faith in the concept of immortality does not ultimately work out as planned, then Greff solemnly promises, with absolute and unwavering certainty and conviction, that with absolute confidence, and gives every guarantee that they will live for 150 years. And as a guarantor of the Kremlin elite's longevity, a specialist was invited to confirm everything. The specialist turned out to be the Chinese science fiction writer Chen Qiufan. But it must be said that Chen Qiufan, smarter than the rest, he quietly chuckled at these Russian fools who planned to live for 150 years. And as best he could, he avoided giving a direct answer. Will they really live to be 150? So, as it turned out, all of Greff's scientific knowledge about the possibility of living to 150, of course, came from some kind of science fiction, from a novel whose name he can't remember, well, yes, and also from the ramblings of the futurist Kurzweil. Look, I have a magical video I found just for you, and no one else has it. And as for Putin and Greff's dreams of reaching 150 years, these dreams are perfectly illustrated by a video from India. About this video, you really have to see it, of course. Open the channel and watch. There you'll find Sri Sarayam Baba. He is an enlightened yogi, a true expert in continuous meditation for decades and in pranayama. Yes, I have to say, Hermit Baba is a kind of useless relic. He was discovered, this hermit, in a Himalayan cave, and the enlightened one had to be removed from the underground by order of the Environmental Protection Authorities. The thing is, for about the last 15 years, the yogi has been suffering from a rare form of diarrhea and managed to completely ruin the ecology of the famous cave he inexplicably decided to settle in. And the first victims of the elderly beauty, who at first claimed to be 188 years old, this elderly beauty Baba, were the bats, numbering 100,000 individuals. They all died from living next to the enlightened one. The Himalayan crocodile newts held out the longest. Well, the salamanders died there too, of course, as did the insects. So it was these newts that held out the longest. But 3 years ago, the last newt also died. As for Baba's own age, it's indeterminate. The yogi enthusiastically lied about being 188 years old. But a bit later, some documents surfaced, making it clear that at most, he was 109 years old. And when exactly he got so messed up, it's unclear. The enlightened ones no longer remember this. And the video was made about a year ago. Since then, over the course of a year, they managed to partially clean up this Sri Siroyama, but so far they haven't been able to straighten him out. Of course, it would be interesting to see. In this condition, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin or Greff. But I think that both of them, in reality, don't have much time left at all, because generally, the average lifespan on a lamppost is about 3 to 4 minutes.